Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 5.
It is Monday at 5 p.m. and you're watching Mississippi Live Weather. I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon. We'll talk to our meteorologist Gabe Manier here in a minute on this cool. Can we say cool, Gabe? Is that a reasonable? Yeah, he's giving me a nod. It's not unreasonable to say cool day. Certainly in comparison to where we have been, we are not as hot. Welcome you in, of course, live here to the Room to Room Weather Center this evening. And what we are looking at as we go through the remainder of this evening, again, maybe a rogue shower, but most of us staying dry as below normal forecast temperatures do continue, at least for now regarding temperatures. Won't be quite as cool as today going forward, but I think we're still going to have fairly limited rain chances, only 20 to 30% on those over the next couple of days, as we generally still have kind of the right pattern off to produce a couple rogue storms. Summer does return. If you're looking for heat, maybe not looking for it, but it will find us one way or another, especially as we go through the extended forecast. We'll look at that more with your 7-day forecast and full breakdown there here in a couple minutes. Outside right now in Greenwood, kind of the exception compared to a lot of us that are a little cooler. I mean, yeah, it's 90, but it feels like 97 degrees with that mix of cloud cover there. Though a little more sunshine there than is the case for most locations as of right around 5:01 p.m. As we look outside in Winona, though, that temperature 81 degrees feels like 84. Big difference, right? Clouds has largely locked in Winona and kept those temperature cooler most of the day. As we go outside, though, in Smithville, now notice the difference here. You get toward near the Alabama state line, only 77 degrees at 5 o'clock. Whew, nice out there. That cloud cover locking us in, making it good for your outdoor activities, but obviously a big west-east contrast there from that feels like temperature now in the latest updated. The 95 there in Greenwood and Greenville, coming in about 89 in Grenada, yet only 79 Tupelo and Amory. Almost never can we say that in August. This is one of those days. Thankfully that is the case. Actual temperatures, about 77 Tupelo and Amory, about 77 Starkville and the Louisville area. I mean, warmest on the map, Tunica at 91. Comparison to last week at this time, huge improvement. And really over the last 24 hours, it is a drop there. We're down 10 degrees in Corinth versus yesterday at this time. We are anticipating that we're going to continue to be around 10 to 11 degrees below where we were yesterday at this time at Aliceville and Macon. So obviously in pretty good shape there. Our hour-by-hour forecast as we look over the first 12 here has us still very limited rain chances there. We'll show you a few of those on Futurecast in a minute. We're not impressed, not impossible though. We'll be 75 by 9 p.m. 71 as we look toward midnight. 3 o'clock in the morning, 69 and 68 to begin early tomorrow morning. And that below our low 70s where we should be for this time of the year. We've had pretty much zero complaints related to that. On the wider shot here, very little precipitation in the state. We do have kind of stalled system down close to the coast that has a little bit of precipitation associated with that there. On the wider shot here, we are watching active weather out into the Atlantic. This is Dexter. Dexter is a tropical storm and it is expected to stay what sometimes we call a fish storm because basically it only impacts fish as it heads generally out here into the Atlantic and away from land. Our meteorologist Gabe Manier will dig a little more into that coming up at 6 o'clock during our broadcast there. But in general, for us, mostly, we're just kind of waiting on the next things to sort of change. We have this disturbance up here towards St. Louis and Indianapolis. That's trying to slide southward, but it's really the one back there toward Wyoming. That's going to kind of generally dip in, and that eventually will kind of slide toward us and kind of keep us stuck with enough low pressure to keep very limited but unimpressive rain chances throughout a large portion of the extended forecast period there. So we kind of hone in a little bit more on the southeast And we'll look at that futurecast into tonight. You'll notice that we continue to keep conditions, again, mainly dry. A couple sprinkles around here. Majority of activity down closer to the coast for folks that might be that direction, out towards Charlotte and Columbia, South Carolina. That's where there's more rainfall with this system as moisture kind of gets picked up and taken that direction there. So yeah, partly cloudy overnight. And I think that slows the drop in temperature a little bit, but we're still probably upper 60s for tomorrow morning to begin the day under what should be dry conditions as you head out to work and school for early tomorrow. So over the next 24, from 68 in the morning, will be a 76 by 9 a.m., 83 by noon, and upper 80s for highs tomorrow in the afternoon. Again, more sunshine than what we had today. That helps it to be a little bit warmer than it was for today. I mean, if you're only 70s in the afternoon, maybe a lot warmer. We actually had a couple locations near record low high temperature territory, and we will look at that in more detail here in a couple minutes. And in the next 60 seconds, we are talking about a return to heat. How hot does it get and when? Are we talking back to heat advisory levels? We're looking at the latest on those wet bulb globe temperatures that I know a lot of those coaches and parents look at to see if those kids can practice outside. That's coming up as Mississippi Live Weather at 6 continues right after this. 5 continues right after this.
For more than 100 years, First Choice Bank has provided dedicated community banking to North Mississippi. The banking products and services you need when you need them. At First Choice, you're our priority. Make First Choice your choice for banking.
Dijimos que nunca romperíamos la regla de los 3 segundos. Nunca haríamos esto. Y nunca nos convertiríamos en una mamá con minivan. Como padres decimos nunca sobre muchas cosas, pero los nunca a veces suceden. Así que, aunque digas que nunca dejarías a tu hijo en un auto caliente, es algo que puede suceder. Antes de alejarte del auto, siempre para, mira, cierra.
At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want and the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Welcome back into Mississippi Live Weather at 5. What we're tracking are those calm conditions all across North Mississippi, absolutely soaking up every second of this forecast while we have it, because again, it's a rarity that we get temperatures this nice and skies this nice this time of year. The reason why is our temperatures are so low is because a lot of that moisture that's moving in from the south, like Matt was mentioning, that low pressure center circulating in a little bit more of that Gulf moisture, not in the form of showers, but in the form of some cloud cover, and some pretty dense cloud cover, Calhoun County and further out there towards the east. So definitely watching that for the coolest temperatures across the region. But whenever we look below the clouds, we can still see that dry slot, or should I say that slot of drier air all across North Mississippi. So that's why it still feels pretty comfortable outside, even though that moisture is returning way high up in the sky. So as long as that's the case, as long as that dry air is here at the surface, then we will definitely take in those drier conditions. Not talking about heat advisories, not talking about extreme heat warnings, far from that for the next couple of days. Temperatures right now, I mean, some areas have not even surpassed the upper 70s all day today. Can you wrap your mind around that, guys? It's August 4th. That is midsummer. But where that clearing has happened, and Matt was talking about this a moment ago, once you get that sunshine in the forecast, our temperatures do start to climb. Clarksdale 90, Greenville 90, Belzona, Greenwood, same thing, right around that 90-degree mark. So the further west you go, where you get more of those clearer skies, well, temperatures were definitely higher. So enjoy it while you have it. And that continues to be the case for a large portion of the southeast. You can see Alabama, Georgia, 68 in Atlanta. Atlanta's nickname is Hotlanta for a reason, and it's only 68 degrees at 5 o'clock. I mean, I know folks there are happy, but we'll take our upper 70s here in northeast Mississippi. But further west you go, even towards Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma, still seeing upper 80s to low 90s. So yes, it is a cooling trend no matter where you're at, but some areas are definitely better than others. Day planner shows 85 around 6, 75 by 9, and 71 closer to midnight this evening. You see not too many chances of precipitation, but we do have that isolated chance of a brief shower heading overnight. Monday evening, you can see very aggressive on some of those model outputs for rain showers. We're not seeing any rain chances across the region right now. So by 7 p.m., whenever you see these pop-up showers happening, That's why we say we're not overly confident on those chances. Enough to have an umbrella in the back seat just in case, but really don't go into the evening expecting those rain chances to occur. Don't reschedule anything. I mean, we're going to be good to go for our evening plans. Those kind of cycle through the area towards our 8, 9 o'clock hour, becoming more moderate to light in nature as we head further into the night. So it's going to be another calm forecast across the area. Still just a result of that same upper level setup that we've been experiencing the past couple of days. 2 a.m., yes, continues to try to show showers along Shelby and Clarksdale. But again, we're taking this all with a grain of salt because they've not done well with the moisture in the forecast. They're not used to this drier pattern. So the fact that it's a drier pattern in place, we're not expecting too much to happen into our overnight hours. 5 a.m. on our Tuesday, we're waking up, heading out the door to school or work. It's going to be mid to upper 60s yet again. I mean, it's going to be another phenomenal morning. If you have not gotten those outdoor activities done just yet over the past 3 days, well, you still have a few more days to take advantage of this forecast. Get out there and enjoy these cooler weather. I mowed the lawn today. It didn't break a sweat at all. So rare. At the start of August, I was definitely smiling ear to ear all morning. As the morning goes on for our Tuesday, you can kind of see it's going to be that drier forecast again with that cloud cover building in from the east again. Reason why is you see some of those winds coming out of the southeast. Those southeasterly winds are associated with more of a moist environment, and especially with that low pressure center down there cycling in some of that moisture, wouldn't be an impossibility to see some pop-up showers for our Tuesday afternoon. So this is Tuesday late morning. You can see that wall of clouds starts to shift just a little bit more west towards that Alabama state line and then here into far eastern sections of Mississippi. That's where the main batch remains for some of those isolated showers by early afternoon, but heading into the mid to late afternoon, some of that activity starts to cycle in a little bit more from the west. That's that disturbance that Matt was talking about a little bit to our north, giving us those rain chances for our Tuesday afternoon and into our Tuesday evening. Still not overly high, but still the chances are there. So have that rain gear ready if you are west of I-55, especially north of Shelby and Clarksdale. You can see that those chances primarily along the South Haven Olive Branch area heading into our Tuesday afternoon and evening. Chances not overly high. Those chances do try to spread a little bit more east through the late hours of our Tuesday, but again, those chances are not significant. So we're in that much drier pattern still for our Tuesday. High temperatures trending slightly warmer, and that's how it's going to be. It's just a steady, gradual climb over the next several days. So yes, low 80s still showing up in Red Bay, Hamilton, and Iuka, but further west, reaching the low 90s once again for our Tuesday afternoon. So a result of those clear skies and that sunshine getting down to the surface. And heat indices, they're starting to climb as well. You notice about a 4 to 5 degree temperature change. So that mugginess is starting to increase in our forecast, and that's going to set the scene for potentially heat advisories by the weekend. Yes, that's how gradual that climb takes. It'll take about the next 7 days before we reach that threshold once again. So Tuesday evening, back on this drier side, and we're going to continue to see those clearings overnight. So it's going to be a great night all across North Mississippi for our Tuesday into our Wednesday. Waking up, heading out the door to those clear skies as well. And as the day goes on, you can see that we're remaining clear for the bulk of the start of our day. But by the time we get towards the lunch hour, there the moisture just cycles on in. Cloud cover pushes all across North Mississippi. And we're seeing those pop-up showers start as early as 12 o'clock. Still very light in nature, but a few of those could produce some brief heavy downpours. That one around Montgomery County, something that we're watching towards Olive Branch, definitely getting a few heavy downpours with that cell, and further into the evening before starting to dissolve out altogether. So again, chances not overly high, but there is a chance at a few isolated showers for our Wednesday that we're keeping eyes on, and we need the rainfall, being that drought monitor is continuing to get worse week after week. Overnight into Thursday, calm conditions once again, so we're going to be enjoying another night filled with those clear skies and just calm conditions altogether. High temperatures still in that warming trend, gradual, a slow warming trend, but still a warming trend nonetheless. Upper 80s, low 90s showing up for a lot more of us here in North Mississippi. 92 Tunica, 91 South Haven, 88 New Albany, and 89 right around Tupelo. Even our coolest area is now showing 84, 85 degrees. So yes, still below average, but it is just that trend that is going to start to take over, and heat indices follow that same trend. We're talking upper 90s over there in the Delta, just starting to get into that triple digit cusp. So paying attention to that as we head further into the forecast. So it is going to be a time that we just need to be paying attention in that extended forecast and definitely being on the safe side for those heat concerns. Wet bulb globe temperatures, perfect forecast for our Tuesday afternoon and evening. That moderate risk in place with that low risk as well for the rest of us here in North Mississippi. The moderate risk extends a little bit more east into North Mississippi as we head into our Wednesday, and by Thursday, those high risks start to move back in place. So definitely keeping eyes on that and that extended forecast as heat becomes a concern by the weekend, but rain chances few and far between. So that rain-cooled air not really going to do too much in our forecast. Tuesday, Wednesday, drying out for our Thursday and Friday. Still very minimal chances, but I mean, we're little to none for our Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Those chances do return, still isolated in fashion, but setting the scene for a warming trend as well as a humidity trend that's on the climb as well. So hot, muggy weather. It's going to be in place by the weekend and start of next week. So have that water bottle handy and have ways of staying cool, but enjoy the great weather while we have it here in North Mississippi, staying on the pretty much dry side, but really the cooler side. That's what we're going to enjoy for the start of August. One of the ways you can track the forecast is with the Mississippi Live Weather app. You can see on your screen right there. Go to the App Store today to download that on iOS and Android today. Walks you through the latest on the forecast and, of course, 24/7 live stream that you can access at any point with our broadcast at 5, 6, and 10. Speaking of, we'll be back here tonight at 6, so make sure to tune in for the very latest on that forecast of what to expect here for North Mississippi, and we'll be talking the latest details on Dexter and how that'll impact or where the path takes it going forward. All of that coming up tonight at 6. We'll see you here in about 40 minutes.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.